wanna give? How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Set, 19, 59, 59. Under 10, 10. Watch your shit.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Rush in, 59. He's coming.
Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Check, 59. Hey, pick your game up.
From the gun, here's Watson. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Titans 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the double. Come on, boy, 56. Check, 56. Rabbit.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56 is the mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
You set
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 30, 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 56.
On first down, it's McNair. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Crunch time, defense. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Shoot up. Take off.
From the gun, here's McNair. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
That's good. For the Titans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Titans, nothing.
Mike 56. I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st and 10, McNair. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now McNair off the play fake. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Titans, first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
955. Hey, eat. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Out of the gun, it's McNair. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Titans 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Watson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
You go tight. 54. You got tight right there. Check 26. Check 26. Safe. That's 55. Check 4. 31. Kill.
Mixon with it. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
I'm coming. Kill. 9.
Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
We got to step it up. Check. Left. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 24. Check 43. Check safety. Check safety. Check 24.
Back to Mixon on first down. And some room to roam now. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Joe Mixon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. This is Gordon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
55 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
56. Blue down. 56 to Mike.
On second down, McNair. They will find Davis. That's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
A gain of 24 yards. That's another Titans first down. First and 10.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Cohen, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They come out here in the eye. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Chance. Big ass. Come on. Watch out. Check. Fresno.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
51's the Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Well, Mike 51. Go. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Hey. 50.
Operating from the gun, McNair forced out to his left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Touchdown, Houston! Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. What a spin. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Push him back. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
From the gun, McNair. Airing one out for Crowder. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
What's that? 19! 59. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Check. To the floor. To the floor. That's it. Let him go.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. With a catch made by Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run with Mixon. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
Throwing again. McNair. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's McNair. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McNair. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. McNair nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McNair. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Set. 19. 59. Come on. You better bring it. 2 points down. He's coming. Crunch. Out you go.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
59. 24.
To throw is Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 59. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. 24.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And that is incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 16-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On third down, McNair, and he completes it to Westbrook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
At the 29-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, McNair. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Drop deep, drop deep. Shoot!
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, McNair. The open man is Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, it's McNair. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
57 to Mike. 57.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 1 point down, he's coming.
From the gun, here's Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Again, it's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Taken down and sacked. The tackle made back at the 13-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. What a boost for this offense that he can throw in a run like that after the success that he's had throwing the football.
I love that, being able to mix in something a little bit different just when you're starting to think that's all you're going to see. He changed it up, flipped the script on him, and boy, did it work to his offense's benefit.
On 1st and 10, McNair. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
That touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I know he ain't got it. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Hey, 59. Hey, alert. 54.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Hey, 24.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Flushed out right. He may try, and I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far.